when a fox replaces a Stoltz. A 24-year-old playing a 17-year-old who's friends with a 65-year-old crazy scientist that he just calls Doc. He makes a time machine, gets trapped in 1955. Then he must get back into the future. But none of that matters because this is a Nintendo game barely based on the movie. And really, I just can't stress barely enough. Back to the Future. Phew! Welcome back, jerks. This is about Back to the Future on the original Nintendo. So, if any of you have played it, I'm sorry. Because I have also played it. A moment of silence for our childhoods. Thank you. Back to the Future was based on the movie with the same name. Who knew? Oh my god. It was released in 1989, 4 years after the movie came out. 4 years? So they were really keeping up with the times. This game, you play as Marty McFly, because who else would you play as? He's the main character in the movie. Except, he really does not look like him. Like, at all. He's not even wearing, like, the patent-pending Marty McFly coat. He's not like, no, nothing. Nothing. But don't worry, that's the only difference in the game. So, spoiler alert, if you're one of the lunatics who hasn't seen Back to the Future, go watch it. It's a fantastic movie. Spoilers, because this game spoils so many critical parts of the movies. All the plot twists and turning points, third reference, all that stuff. The title screen, you're greeted by this song. It sounds kind of familiar, but it also doesn't. I'm just gonna play it during this whole time I'm talking. Yes. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it kind of sounds like? Anyone? You? Not even a little?
Bueller.
So, I can tell you what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News. Can't forget the News. It's just sped up like 50-ish%. Except, it doesn't sound like it. I'm going to play you a slowed down version of it right now. No, not even a little. Not even close. So it's supposed to be just sped up like 50%. Except they just added like another 80% of what the fuck. Because it does not sound like that song. But don't worry, it's just a title screen song. Yeah, just kidding. This song plays like 90% of the game. 90%! This song will haunt your nightmares. God damn it. So, title screen, the one song you're gonna hear from most of this fucking game, and then you get shown a map of Hill Valley. Hey, look, Hill Valley. It's like that movie that we saw 4 years ago. And it shows where you are in the game by little dots and arrows and shit. The main, like, action stages, I guess we can call them. You're Marty. You're air quotes Marty. And he's not wearing his jacket. And he's just running up. He's just running through the streets of Hill Valley like a fucking maniac. You're just running, just going for it. I mean, you're running up, because what other direction would you go? Left to right? No. So you have to pick up clocks. Because at the bottom of the screen, there is a boy band whose picture is slowly fading away. And this version of Marty loves that boy band. So if they disappear, he will be so sad if they get erased from existence. So sad. Oh, I'm just kidding. It's supposed to be the picture in the movie. Look how similar they are. Oh my god. You see the picture? It's uncanny. Oh my god. It's like the same picture. So when you're running up the streets, you're dodging obstacles like Potted plants that are just in the middle of the fucking road. People walking back and forth holding a pane of glass. Because what else would they be doing? There's bullies walking in just a square. Just a little square pattern. Just like, if you walk into me, you're gonna get hit. Girls hula hooping. And then these things just shoot at you. Which makes sense. All the obstacles that would be in a normal, real life town. Especially potted plants in the streets. Not cars. Not people walking in the streets regularly. Two guys, pane of glass, just walking back and forth. Just walking back and forth. Because Herb and Earl get paid to walk back and forth with fucking panes of glass, and then they take a break, and then they do good. So it's really, really just like the movie. Hashtag just like the movie. Oh, and the bees. I forgot about the bees. Bees, just fucking giant mutant bees that they never talk about in the movie. The bees! Not the bees! Probably made by Doc Brown, because look how fucking big they are compared to Marty. Huge! And these things just fucking fly at you. And they just only fly in diagonal. Yeah. So, I bet you're wondering, does this stupid bastard knockoff boy band version of Marty McFly get any power-ups? Hell yeah he does! You get a skateboard. Hashtag actually just like the movie. And you're on a skateboard, so you're going up really fast. Which is good, because you get through the level faster. Because you want this shit to end, so you get a skateboard. What else do you get? Do you get any other power-ups? Yeah, you do. You also get a fucking bowling ball. Remember all the scenes in Back to the Future where Marty was bowling, or talked about bowling, or mentions bowling, or says the word bowling? Yeah, he didn't say it at all. 0 times. Your power-ups are a skateboard and a bowling ball. And you use this bowling ball to murder people. You fucking murder people on a skateboard throwing bowling balls at them. Herb and Earl with the pane of glass, murdered. The bully walking in a square, murdered. These giant mutant fucking bees, murdered with a bowling ball. Randomly, a set of pins will just spawn, and then you hit it with the bowling ball and you get like points or whatever. So, this game is just like the movie. I said just like the movie. The similarities are uncanny. Then you have each building is a minigame. A terrible minigame, but still a minigame nonetheless. So you get to the first building, and that's the cafe. And guess what? Biff is gonna beat your ass. Just your ass, though. Get behind the counter and start throwing sundaes at Biff and all of his clones. Because everyone knows, if you take a classic old-fashioned sundae to the face, dead. So you slide up and down the side of the screen, and then you throw sundaes at Biff's. And you murder Biff and all of his clones. Fun. Not really. Because if one Biff gets to the counter, he grabs you, throws you up the counter, straight up murders you. So, yeah. Because that happened in the movie. Remember the scene in the cafe when Marty was throwing fucking 40 sundaes at 40 different Biffs? Yeah, me too. Hashtag just the movie. That's minigame 1. You actually have to get a pretty high number. It's not easy. I remember it not being easy. It's also really stupid. But that's irrelevant. So I think the devs just tried to make a terrible ripoff of Root Beer Tapper. Oh, and if you noticed, Marty's wearing his jacket at this point for some reason. So he goes to the cafe, puts his jacket on, and then takes it off when he's running up the streets like a fucking madman. Okay, after that, you're back to the streets, but has anything changed? Of course, so much has changed. It's a new stage. It's not going to be the same thing again. Oh wait, it is. The color changed of the screen, so to symbolize that daylight is changing. Yeah, that's the only thing that changed. So it's the same thing. You run up, clock so the boy band doesn't disappear, murdering people, just hanging out in the streets with bowling balls. Just like in the movie. So it's all the same. Blah, blah, blah. Next building. Building 2 is the school. You are in a classroom, and Lorraine is shooting hearts at you, and you have to block them. You're going up and down. So she's shooting hearts at you. She's on this side. You're on this side. Because they totally changed it up for this one. So she's moving up and down, shooting hearts. You have to block the hearts with a notebook. But you can't miss the hearts. You gotta hit them all. So, yeah. Remember when that happened in the movie? I know what you're thinking. No, this did not happen at all. At all. Even a little. Well, funny story. So what this is referencing is a hidden theme about young... No, I'm just fucking kidding. It doesn't mean anything. It's nonsense. It's a stupid fucking level. That honestly, I don't know what drugs they were on, or like what phase of their drug trip they were in when they thought of this. Because this makes no sense. Also, it's not fun. And that's it. That's the whole part. That's building 2. Oh, and you might notice something's different during the cafe and the school parts. The one song that plays through the entire game is not playing. The cafe and school are dead silence. So I guess they thought that murdering Biff with sundaes and blocking the hearts from Lorraine wouldn't be appropriate to... Dead silence. Just the sound effects of when you hit the hearts, or when you hit Biff with the sundae, or Biff murders you. That's it. Yet again, back to the streets for more running and murdering. Blah blah blah. Who cares? Building 3. The Enchantment Under the Sea Dance, which contains so many plot points in the movie. Everything builds up to this dance. So many critical points happen. So much. And you just play a minigame again. But this minigame, you are playing a bastard rendition of Johnny Be Good. Like really, it's like Johnny Be Good in the movie, Johnny Be going to the hospital because he had a stroke in this, because it is wow. But the good thing, a new song. Song 2 of 2 in the entire game, ladies and gentlemen. This is song number 2. So you move left and right and up and down. You move the guitar as the notes shoot at you from side to side. Because don't you remember when that happened in the movie? Fun. Also, if you fail at any of the building parts, you don't just restart at the building. You restart at the running stage before. So you have to replay that whole running stage and then do it again. In order to actually... Yeah. Like, all the minigames in this game were truly, truly terrible. Not fun, and really, like, unforgiving and challenging. The grand finale. If you actually have the patience to make it here. If you could deal with that fucking song. If you truly just have the determination to get through this piece of shit. You are finally in the DeLorean. Oh my god. The DeLorean. It's nighttime. You're driving up. So, the climax of the movie, you have to drive the DeLorean to 88 miles an hour exactly when the clock tower gets struck by lightning. Cool. Movie. Logic. It's fine. So, as you're driving up, fucking lightning bolts and shit are shooting at the ground, and it just slows you down, and you have a little speedometer at the bottom, so by the end of the stage, you have to be at 88 miles an hour. You get to the end part, which just kind of happens really fast. If you're at 88 miles an hour, congrats. If not, you get a game over screen. So even if you have more lives, you don't get to redo it. You fucking game over. If you game over here, the game has a card that pops up and it says, "Tough luck, Marty. I guess you're stuck here." That's it. Just, I guess you're stuck here, game over, you fucking blew it. It's literally just, it just tells you, like, tough titties, Marty, game over, you lose. You fucked up the timeline. Even though, in theory, future Doc would be able to go back to when this happened and completely fix it. Pretty much just like, tough titties, game over, have fun. So you beat the game, you get this title screen. Great job. Who fucking cares? And it just ends. There's nothing else to the game. There's no, like, depth. I know it's an original Nintendo game, but there's literally so little to the game. It's one running level that you play multiple times. Few minigames, game ends. That's it. So now we're going to talk about some development. Because, holy shit, that game. But the thing is, there actually isn't that much in the development about this game. So this game was developed by a company called LJN. There actually isn't much info on its development, probably because this is a licensed game, and it was a huge piece of shit. Bob Gale, the screenwriter of the movie that was good, he had some things to say about this. He said It was one of the worst games ever. He was even quoted in interviews that fans of the movie should not buy this game. That's how bad he thought this game was. He was telling people not to buy it, and that's amazing. So he was pretty much saying, fuck this game. P.S. Go watch my movie again. So he was showed this game because he was just the screenwriter, obviously, of the fucking movie he made the game was based off of. And he wanted to change some things because he's like, wow, this game fucking blows dogs for quarters. They need to fix this. And they said it was too late to make changes before the game was released. And that's pretty much all I was able to find. That's enough about this game and that fucking song. I hope it's in your brain, because it's going to be in my brain for the next few fucking days. Sorry. Does anyone remember this game? Did you own this game? I know we did. Me and my brothers and I. If you want to be a proper lad. We had this game. We played it. Did we finish it? No, we did not. It was not easy. It was a difficult fucking game, and it was. I don't know. Was it fun? I don't think so. We spent a lot of time at the fucking cafe. That part was brutal. Brutal hard. So that's it for Back to the Future for the original Nintendo. Based off the movie. Hashtag just like the movie. I'll say thanks for watching. Let me know if you like this game, don't like this game, or are confused how this game got made. But most importantly...